How do you do? It would be a little unkind to present this picture without just a word of friendly warning. I think it will thrill you. It may shock you. It might even horrify you. So if any of you feel that you do not care to subject your nerves to such a strain, now is your chance to, well, we've warned you.
Couldn't find the microphone. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Rocket's Metal Podcast. I figured out just now that Rocket hates that song because he was all playful until it came on and then he ran away. Why do you hate your dad's music? It's because we're not Krieg enough for you. You're usually really lovely and playful, and then you don't want to be on camera. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Wyatt's Metal Podcast. I'm going to play fetch with my cat while I do this episode. Lots to talk about today. A bunch of tours got announced in the last week. It seems Mondays are the days where all the tours just get dropped. And then I mentioned last time on the show, but I'll mention it again because now it's totally confirmed and everything. I'm going to a fun festival in Iceland in a month called the Satan Festival. We can talk more about that again. Do your guys' cats play fetch? Yeah, and I figured we could talk about GTA 6 because why not? Everyone's talking about it. There's not too many exciting things going on in metal at the moment besides these tours. So if everyone watching this channel probably likes GTA at least a little bit. So we're going to do all of that and more. And I have tickets available for our show at the Whiskey with Carnivore in October. If you would like to go, hit me up or the band page or contact some of us somehow and we'll get you a ticket. Let me catch some of these comments here. Damn it. He's so smart. My mother bought him a toy where you pull the tail and then it like vibrates and shakes. And all the time he does it on his own. He figured out how to grab it and pull it, so he just keeps doing it. Like right now. Let me get some comments. First comment in here, we have Mr. Darkmare. What is up, sir? Hello, Wyatt. Good luck in Iceland. I got a birthday next week, next Thursday. Congrats. Happy early birthday. Again, I think we might have said one last week, but happy another early birthday. Max Power says, Wyatt, what happens if someone gets into a fight or starts causing trouble on 70K? Do they just chuck them overboard? Yes. Next question. They do have, I think if you're being like a real problem, like a violent asshole, they might have a little kind of holding area to put people. Usually they'll lock you in your room and not allow you out. If you've done something criminally wrong, you'll be locked in your room until you get to both ports, actually. And then the police will decide what they want to do. If you're back in America, you're probably getting arrested and or deported. If you're at one of the Caribbean locations, you just pay them off, you'll be fine. Whatever happened to the guy who allegedly maybe threw his wife overboard on that 80s cruise? Is there ever an update on that? He's back. Sharon says, hi all, Blind Guardian Cannibal Corpse touring this year. Hell yeah, not together. That'd be kind of weird, but cool, but weird. Oh, he's back. Shit. Yeah, both of those tours look pretty exciting, especially the Cannibal Corpse one. They are known to tour killer bands. We will get to that. By the way, remember last week you commented because we started the show at 12 and this time was 12:30 and the time before that was 12:30. We will stick to just 12:30 from now on. It seems to be the best time for me to get things done and ready to be on stream for a while rather than trying to force energy. Anyway, Anakin's anger management therapist said, if you throw that ass back, I'll buy Mean Girls on 4K. No. Moving on. Cole says, who's stoked for the Mudvayne tour? We got that on here as well. I'm going to bring all those up. Let me go through more comments real quick. Greetings to all dark and insane people everywhere. That's my target audience. You got it? Yeah. All dark and insane people love cats. We all know that. Lilith says Iceland is going to be cold. Probably. Alex says dying fetus and cradle of filth 2 more days. Nice. I've had a bunch of friends go that tour and said it was killer. That will be sweet. That was Isn't Flesh God on that too? Yeah, that it will be a good one. Ellie Not So Smelly says, who up Wyatt in they metal? Sure. Yeah. Tommy says, happy Wyatt's Wednesday, all. I'm headed to Denver next week to finally see Emperor for the first time. Hell yeah. First time seeing Emperor is going to be crazy. They are legit live. And yeah, they did say that they have their actual full lineup this time. So that'll be a sick show. Have fun, man. Let's move on up ahead a little bit. Missile Girl says, wait, show Rocket again. I missed it. Nope. You should have been here on time. Ellie Not So Smelly. You hear about the former guitarist of Possessed getting shot by police? Yes, I did. That was a crazy story. The former guitarist of Possessed, which all the headlines were saying, like, classic original guitarist for this legendary death metal band. Like, he was in the band for, I think, like a demo. But anyway, he was arguing with his neighbors and started pulling guns and shooting at him. So the police came and shot him. What was weird about this situation is that not only is that the second member of Possessed to be shot, but everyone got really pissed off at Loudwire for their headline on it. Actually, I'll pull this up really quick because it was really weird. And then we'll keep going through stuff. Give me a second. Yeah, so guy died. All of the major news outlets were reporting on it. All had very similar headlines saying, like, original guitarist of classic death metal band shot by police. And where is it? All these trash websites. Oh, there we go. So maybe you guys can answer this question for me, honestly. Because this is Loudwire's headline. Original guitarist for classic death metal band killed in police shootout. Does anyone have a problem with this headline? Because everyone in the comments did. I'll pause for a sec. I'll get to this one, but someone said using a clickbait title for someone dying is a poor move. Someone just listed the details of what happened, the name. Clickbaiting with a death? Seriously? Clickbait. As a metal fan and a journalism graduate, please do better than this. This one's a new low, even for Loudwire. The band just can't stop getting shot, as facts. Loudwire loves to profit off of people's deaths, don't we all? This is such bad journalism, I'm disgusted. Loudwire's not clickbait. Oh, this was a stupid post. Loudwire is not clickbait. They have a legit website and app. That's not what that means, but okay. I vote mass unfollowing. Everyone was really mad at this headline, and you know me if you watch this channel. I hate journalists. I hate these fake media bullshit propagandist people. I will happily call them out all the time, as you probably know. I don't see what the problem is with this headline. Sure, you know, I guess a little clickbaiting that it didn't have his full name and details there, but it implies enough to where you get the title to where you'd open the article and it does state what happened. So is anyone in my chat angry at this? Because I don't get it. I grew up in that town, no idea an ex-member Possessed was there the whole time. Everyone's talking about Iceland in the chat. Missile Girl says unsubscribing because Rocket went to sleep now. Well, that is your fault. Someone sing Frozen Soul on Saturday. That's dope. Love that band. That'll be sick. Nobody answering my question. Nah, Jay Hazard says no. Missile Girl says no. I thought you were unsubscribing. Oh, Luke the Metalhead. I'm the one that texted you about that. There you go. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have even noticed. I see no reason to be mad at the headline. So journalists stop reporting on deaths. Yeah, if it said like legendary, well-known rock star, you know, shot unarmed by police or something, and that was not what happened, then yeah, I get that. But this says what happened, so I don't know what people's issue is. People are just stupid, and that's all I can account for. Agreed. Anyway, yeah, so that was just a dumb, quick little thing that happened recently. I'm like, I get mad at journalists all the time, and then everyone's mad at them. Like, what? I was hating journalists before it was cool. What else? Cold Iceland, cold beer. They do have plenty of public swimming pools everywhere because that's the main hobby in Iceland, and they pretty much all have swim up bars, which are pretty rad. Yeah. Do. Anakin's anger management therapist said, Wyatt, how does it feel to be a furry? I am banning you from this channel. You piece of shit. Fine, you know what? We will do it right there. I'm not even going to give a warning. We're just going to do it.
Boo this man!
That's right. Benjamin says, got Milwaukee next week. Can't wait. Have a great time, man. I'm unfortunately not going to be there this time. But I think the lineup's good and it'll be killer for sure. I wish I was going. Yeah, anyway, all the booze in the chat. How dare you? Probably some uber metal nerds who expect revelation for someone nobody fucking knows. Yeah, I didn't know who this person was. And then when you read the bio, it was like, yeah, you played on their first demo for like a year. And I'm like, okay. I'd feel bad if he wasn't, kind of had it coming. Greetings from Croatia, Wyatt. Saw Coven last month for the first time. Nice. Awesome. That's cool. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. My PC dies and I come back to find out Wyatt is a furry. This is not a thing that's going to start on this channel. Everyone's going to...
Boo this man!
And I'm trying... Do I have another one for that? Yeah. You guys are taking over the show now. Someone asked, Wyatt, what are your opinions on furries? They should all be deported. Next. Still want your thoughts on Manowar. Almost as bad as furries. No. Some of the music is like cheesy and fun. And, I was into the whole over-the-top stereotype bravado that they do, you could say. But they pulled such a dickhead move that I cannot forgive them for. At Hellfest 2019, they were supposed to be one of the headliners. They were there on the premises. The night before they were supposed to play, they wanted to do a sound check and run everything. And they couldn't because the night before was a day of the festival, like Slipknot and Sabaton, and people were playing. So the morning of the day that Manowar was supposed to headline, they cancel their show, stating that Hellfest didn't honor their contract. The stage wasn't the right size and this shit. Keep in mind that every other band on the festival, Tool, Kiss, Slipknot, a lot more that I can't think of at the moment, no one said that the stage was too small. Only Manowar. And Manowar has been trying to push a lawsuit against them. I think we'll go fucking nowhere. But because of that, I say fuck Manowar. If it wasn't for that move, I'd be like, I saw them once. It was fun for the first hour and a half. But music-wise, I get the fun cheesiness of it. But I kind of think they're too much of dicks for me to give a pass. I'm not saying cancel Manowar. I'm just saying I remember at Hellfest, people were chanting because Manowar was supposed to headline. Sabaton played the night before, and then they played again as a replacement for Manowar, and the singer Joachim was sick. So, the guitarist was doing vocals, and Joachim was kind of in the back entertaining. And for the whole festival, it was like a joke of people would do a wall of death, and one side would chant Sabaton, the other side would chant Manowar, and they would ran at each other. Yeah. Those are my thoughts on Manowar. I thought, Die for Metal and all that shit was fun, but they were one of the bands that got me into metal. I get that for sure. Kinky Sizemore says, Manowar dicks? No way! Yeah, I'm waiting for that trial. I'm definitely keeping tabs on that. Where are we at? Left Foot, as he would like to be referred to, says, as much as Wyatt has promoted Milwaukee Metal Fest, should get a free pass. I mean, completely openly, honestly here, they would give me a free pass. They did before. It's just like the flight and getting an Airbnb, food and everything. But they would actually give me a free pass. So it's not their fault. It's not like, oh, Milwaukee Metal Fest isn't allowing me to go this time or anything. It's just that I make poor decisions with money. It's Courtney's Fellowship of Oddballs. I can appreciate that. Wyatt, part of the world are you in? I am in Long Beach, California at the moment, looking to change that within the next year or so. Hopefully going to somewhere like Texas or not a crumbling infrastructure shithole. But I've been in California for most of my life, but I've traveled a lot. Yeah. Where are we at? I haven't gotten to the tours yet. Manowar is the only band I like, ironically. Generally, I hate power metal, but they're one of few exceptions. I understand that, for sure. Manowar pulling out for a small stage is like Bad Omens dropping off one of their tours for their poster font being small, even though they were openers. Did that happen? I don't know if that's a thing. Oh, shit. Fuck. Ah, 1 second. Sorry, that was the CIA who were making plans. No, I'm having something dropped off in a moment. Thoughts on the GTA 6 trailer? We'll get there. Give you the Cliff Notes version. I really liked it. And I think a lot of people are reaching too hard for things to be mad about with it. But yeah. Alex's Bar. I've been to too many shows there. Yep, that is down the street from me. That's like a couple blocks away. As much as I'm eager to leave California, Long Beach is a pretty sweet spot. I'm in like a nice little circle where I'm in right between the gay side of town and the conservative side of town. And the cool thing of that is that both groups tend to keep their areas pretty clean and nice. So I'm in like a little pocket where there isn't really much crime or homelessness or anything, and things are pretty well taken care of. And there's multiple venues to walk to. Obviously, there was a big punk scene here, and that's still all over the place. Doesn't Texas die every time there's a heat wave or it gets cold? If they're pussies, if they're not true metalheads stand out in the blizzard with their shirt off, playing Manowar, drinking a beer. No, not all the time. They had a really bad winter, I think the last 2 years or something. But here's the thing, because when I've told some friends that I want to I do want to move, they're saying like, oh, places you have to be careful of like tornadoes or hurricanes or whatever. I'm like, in California, you have to be afraid of fires. We have regular fire season. I have told people completely non-ironically, yeah, it's fire season again in California. And they've gone, what the fuck did you just say? So it depends what you want, That was the reason why they canceled the Hellfest show in 2019. They said the stage was too small. Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. Which, those stages are fucking massive. Like I said, Kiss and Tool played on it. No complaints. Every member of Slipknot fit on it. If you move thousands of miles away, what happens to Dark Insanity? I fire all the members and I'd be like Ghost and become a one-man band. No, not at all. That's not happening. No, we'd still keep the band going. Actually, some of the other bands that are in our practice space and homies with us, some of the members are here and some of them have moved to other places. Like the singer for my guitarist's other band lives in Arizona now. A guitarist for one band lives in Milwaukee, actually. And those bands are still going. They just kind of like will work on their own to write new stuff and then share files or live stream, whatever. No longer Skype to talk to each other. But it definitely can be done if people are willing to. And I most certainly am. I've obviously talked to the band about this, and no, absolutely nothing would change with Dark Insanity. Except that we probably would be able to play other places more, which would be cool. Earthquakes too. Yeah, for all of my years living in California, I've felt an earthquake maybe like 2 or 3 times, and they were all in the last 4 years that I lived here. No other time. Very strange. Tornadoes are fun. Do you know what movie traumatized me as a child growing up? Twister. I still have a hard time watching that. I was talking about that with my friend the other day. That scene where they're in the drive-thru and the tornado comes through, it scarred me for life. So thanks, Mom. What do you think of the reopening of Alcatraz? I think we should send all... Fuck, I was trying to think of something funny. All fans of new metal will be sent to Alcatraz. No, actually, I was trying to think of a funny joke and I just fell on my ass on that one. That sucks. It's a funny idea to read in headlines. It's a stupid idea in practicality. You would have to basically remodel the entire place to make it a reasonable prison that could fit more than a couple hundred people. And to do that, you would have to rip out the entire infrastructure and redo it. It'd be way easier to just rebuild build a sea cot like in the middle of the desert somewhere. It's a funny idea. I chuckled when I saw the headline. In practicality, I don't think it is great. I did chuckle when I read the headline, though. It's never not fire season in California. This is true. Wyatt, you want to move where it is affordable, mainly that, and there's a great music scene. Yeah, see where I am now? Great music scene, not affordable at all, not going to get any better. Places like Austin have a good music scene, places like Nashville and others. Right now, I'm mainly thinking of Texas, but I'm open to looking at other places as well. Nowhere is affordable, it seems. That's pretty much true, too. I wanted to do van life and get a cool van and customize it. I love that shit. And then I found Rocket, and I don't think he would do well in such a small space. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Fuck, bye, guys. I'm going to Alcatraz. See? Alcatraz is the most peaceful place in San Francisco, actually. Yeah, we're going to send shitty festival bookers to Alcatraz. That's a good idea. I think the Alcatraz idea can work if you turn all of San Francisco into a giant prison, like Escape from New York. Then it'd be fun. We could live stream it. Oh, that's fucked up. That's hella fucked up. Something I do for a set, play the emergency alert system sound before the first song. They've done air raid sirens and shit like that. Even Manowar has done that. But if you did emergency alert or an Amber Alert instead, that'd be so fucked up. For intro for a band, send out an Amber Alert that just says look at the stage. That's terrible. Have you ever looked at Tennessee, Wyatt? I've considered it and have not looked much into it at all. But it's popped into my head as an option to look at. I would not recommend Illinois. I would not choose Illinois, so thank you. We are in agreement. Trying to look for no room in the van for a guitar collection, pretty much. We have a pretty good scene here in Baltimore in the cheapest fentanyl. That's what I'm saying. There are cheaper living situations other places. Amber Alert sounds like a great name for a band. I'm sure there is one. I would not be surprised. Anyway. See if I missed anything. Let's get to some of the tours that were announced, shall we? Before we just go off on a bunch of random stuff. A lot were announced. Probably the best one, in my opinion, would be Cannibal Corpse, Municipal Waste, and Fulci, that band that you keep telling me about. Like I said, Cannibal is in a place where they seem to be able to choose who they tour with, and they pick really good fucking bands. Just Cannibal Corpse and Municipal Waste already makes it a killer tour, but having been recommended this band so many times, this is one of those situations where I would get there early to be like, well, it's worth actually seeing all these bands. It's weird how old Cannibal Corpse are now, and they're still fucking as good. We got Nashville. We've got all of the places. It looks like pretty much everywhere in the U.S. So there you go. Cannibal Corpse, Municipal Waste, Killers Fuck. I always love how when Cannibal Corpse plays, Corpse Grinder just walks out on stage, doesn't say anything. No, like, let's fucking go. Just walks out like you just murdered someone and then just starts performing. It's very sick. I saw them with Amon Amarth when they played at fucking an arena here. The same arena where I saw Iron Maiden. I saw Cannibal Corpse and Amon Amarth and Frozen Soul and Obituary. That was nuts. I couldn't believe people were paying for parking for a death metal show. But yeah, I definitely recommend this one. Got my tickets already. Hell yeah. There's a band called Gary Busey, Amber Alert. Yeah, I remember that. Besides that, Cannibal Corpse. We've got in the complete opposite direction of metal, but still very cool. We've got Blind Guardian announces North American tour with Ensiferum and Seven Kingdoms. Blind Guardian, for a long time, I considered to be my favorite band. Like when I was a teenager, going into my early 20s, I was obsessed with them. And now I like them on a more nostalgic level. When I see them live, it's still amazing. It brings me back to being... Oh, they're playing at the Revolution in Florida. That's cool. That's a good place. Yeah. If you haven't seen Blind Guardian, prepare for a sing-along. Sweet. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Hitting all the main spots. Starting in Florida, ending in LA. Check it out. I strongly recommend it. Anyone excited for Blind Guardian? I never thought I'd see Blind Guardian again so soon. Yeah. There you go. Someone says meh. There we go. Atomic Animator says, speaking of emergency, the siren in my country was going on for testing. We celebrated 80 years since my country, Denmark, was taken over by the Germans. You celebrated it? Do you mean celebrate, like, getting out of it? Or sorry? That was just funny when I read that. Where are we at? And they're playing Somewhere Far Beyond in full. Did it say that? Because, yeah, the tour was called Somewhere Far Beyond. That's a great old school album by Blind Guardian. If they played that in full, I'd be very stoked. VE Day. There you go. What do we got next? It totally just blanked out. Where people mentioned it in the comments before. We've got Trivium announces LD 50 anniversary tour. What does that mean? This band has been around for 50 years? Or does that mean something else? With Static X and Vended. This is a lineup that I personally am not that into, but I think is a good lineup for that genre. I could see fans of Mudvayne are probably fans of Static X and would enjoy the shit out of this. So I can appreciate it in that aspect. Like, it's not for me, but I feel like it's a good choice for the fans of it. In celebration of their 2000 record... oh, you fuckers. 50 turning 25 years old. You could have fooled me. Which means that everyone who's ever made the burr ding joke better get off their asses and get rocked by the sheer power. All right. Anyone going to the Mudvayne tour with Static X and Vended? Oh, shit. And now I have to grab something. I'm going to play the intro again for a second. I'll probably be back before it's done. Talk amongst yourselves.
How do you do? It would be a little unkind to present this picture without just a word of friendly warning. I think it will thrill you. It may shock you. It might even horrify you. So if any of you feel that you do not care to subject your nerves to such a strain, now is your chance to, well, we've warned you.
And we're back. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. You all just imagined that we played the same song again. What do you guys want to hear? Same song. Okay, same song. My bad. I will not tell you what I was doing, so you can all come up with fun rumors on your own. Seems like everybody was moshing in the chat. Perfect music to throw for throwing ass to. That is correct. You know, now that you mentioned that, people are mentioning fucking twerking to this song. My next video that I'm pretty much done writing, actually, is on the best documentaries about metal. And one of them mentioning on there is called March of the Gods. And it talks about Botswani metal bands in Africa. And there's a part in it where this African death metal band, which is really good, we're playing in some small like hotel there. There's like maybe 20 people. Some people are headbanging and everything, and there were a couple like couples that were straight up twerking. It was really funny to watch. Dude, great time to get explosive diarrhea. That's what I get for eating Taco Bell for every meal. I thought Taco Bell did something to sponsor bands and they did not hit us up. What the fuck? I am offended. Where are we at? Anyway. Yeah, Mudvayne tour. Who's excited for that? Someone said boo vended. Headbang in my work truck. Nice. Everybody poops. What? No, they don't. Look it up in the dictionary. Women do not poop. That is facts. Yeah, Mudvayne tour. Check that out. There was also another one, or some more. For the European people watching, I don't want to leave you guys out. You got a pretty decent tour coming. Killswitch Engage announces European tour with Hatebreed, Fit for an Autopsy, Decapitated, and Employed to Serve. I think that's kind of a random lineup, but a good one. Decapitated feels sort of out of place, but I can dig it. And Fit for an Autopsy. Like I'm not really not into Killswitch at all. I dig Hatebreed and Fit for an Autopsy, and I love Decapitated. But it's an interesting mix. But this is for the Europeans out there. If you need some brutal shit coming near you, I guess it's a mix of. Yep, there you go. Go to the second part. Decapitated seems like they're trying to get a little more into that, what I would consider the more mainstream side of metal these days, where like Ginger and stuff is at. Not knocking it, just saying. Seeing Def Leppard, Alice Cooper, Alice in Chains, and Motley Crue at a festival a week from Saturday. About 3 of those will be awesome. I love Alice Cooper, so big credit there. Wyatt, are you going to play the new Doom game when it comes out? I was planning on it. It'd be cool to stream on the channel. I know I haven't streamed games in a while. After I keep saying I'm gonna, I suck with time and scheduling and stuff. I need to just be random with it, but I want to. I've been obsessively playing Red Dead Redemption for the last like couple months because I modded the absolute shit out of it, and it is now the most gorgeous game ever. It's pretty close to those GTA graphics. And my Steam backlog is quite long. Like for GTA, it got pushed back and everyone was annoyed by that. And I'm like, my backlog is so long, I'm chilling. I'll play it eventually, hopefully. Isn't Vince Neil in trouble after his jet crashed in January? I don't think so. I don't think he really had anything to do with that. Like, it was his plane, but I don't think he was like on it or anything. You know me, I would love to clown on Vince Neil at every chance, but I don't think that there was anything for that. I think I might be wrong, but I think it was like his jet was being stored somewhere and the people working there and dealing with that ran it into something or whatever. Yeah. that one for the Europeans. We have got another one I wanted to mention, which I feel like some people watching this will be excited for. I'm not too much, but I thought something very interesting. In This Moment announces US tour with Wargasm, Kat Von D, and The Pretty Reckless. In This Moment was a band I was surprised blew up as big as they did. I first saw them at the Free Ozfest. And by first saw them, I think that was the only time I ever saw them. But I know some people like this, like I was saying, more on the mainstream side of things, but still decent enough. What caught my attention, though, is Kat Von D, because she's not really like an artist that goes on tours like these. She's been doing music lately. My friend showed me some of her, I guess, like synthy kind of 80s sounding stuff. A genre that I'm usually not big on at all, but I really liked the album that I heard from her, actually. So if anyone is a fan of like synthy 80s Vice City sounding music, check out Kat Von D's stuff. It was surprisingly good. Anyway, that's pretty much all the tours that we had to talk about, I believe. People are talking about gaming in the chat. I feel like we're going to jump to that next. Where are we at? Fallout New Vegas, I have not played yet. I have some of the Fallout games on backlog, but I'll get to them. Kat Von D. I saw Wargasm last year. You could label it as cyberpunk. All right. Ginger is softened a bit. Yep. Yeah. Still great. I was impressed when I saw them, but there's this whole side of like really processed, clean, manufactured mainstream metal that them and like Spirit Box and bands are on right now, which I can still dig some of those bands and songs, but it's a thing. Now, I'm actually going to answer this question because I saw the headline pop up. Would you see Metallica if they played at the Sphere? Kirk has been flirting with the idea recently. Would I personally go? I would like to. I don't know if I would jump with joy and excitement, but I would definitely like to experience that. I think they should play there because that venue is insane. You could do so many crazy things with that venue. I would be stoked if they played there, whether I went or not, because I think it'd be really cool. Where are we at? Someone said Napster forever. Let's talk video games, everyone. Why the fuck not? We got the GTA trailer dropped yesterday. Like I said before, not particularly metal, but who gives a shit? Everybody loves GTA. If you don't, you are a poser. Let me pull it up, actually. Actually, GTA does fit with metal because they've always had like a friendship with metal. Many of the games had Full Metal stations. Vice City had Raining Blood, some Megadeth. I think San Andreas had a lot of shit. GTA 5, I know, had a lot of songs. Grand Theft Auto 4 had an expansion that was all biker metal shit. It was awesome. I'm going to attempt to play this trailer, but Rockstar better not fuck me. GTA is metal as fuck. No one is complaining. Exactly, yeah. It can be as metal as you allow it to be, pretty much. I saw someone that got a GTA 6 trailer before GTA 6. Imagine that! Laszlo was the host of the metal station in Vice City. Laszlo was a long-time guy who worked on GTA. Yeah, so someone says been playing Days Gone Remaster. Reason why I can wait for Grand Theft Auto 6, as stoked as I am for it, is I got that modded version of Vice City already where someone redid it like high definition. Very cool. But before this trailer came out, there was the original trailer. Some people were a little worried about it. I heard some people being afraid that the game was going to be woke or toned down and not as raunchy and wild as Rockstar has been. I didn't really feel that way at the first trailer, and after watching this trailer, I really don't feel that way, but let's see how much of this I can go through. Mature content, ladies and gentlemen.
What you doing up there?
I'm just fixing some leaks.
Seriously, dude, you got some time on your hands. I got some properties with
These are gaming graphics. This is not a real human. How far has technology come? Holy shit.
paying tenants.
Oh, that's why you came by?
Just go get me my checks.
See you, Brian. Love you, Jason.
I do think this character sounds a little retarded, but absolutely stunning graphics. Slapping random people. These no description of what we're watching. Anyone who just tuned in. Yeah, so it looks fucking incredible. People asking, is it actually Mother's Day soon? Mother's Day is on Sunday. You fucking savages. Don't pay attention to your moms at all. What's wrong? All of you should stop watching this live stream and call your mothers immediately. This trailer does not have any gameplay footage, and some people were mad about that. And I would like to remind them all that Rockstar pretty much always saves gameplay footage until their last trailer, like a little bit before. If you watch the GTA 5 trailers and compare them to this one, they're really similar in that they don't show a lot of the really craziness over the top. They're a little bit more serious, story-driven, with the hints of what you can do.
I'm here for Lucia Caminos. She's supposed to be getting out.
You play in this game as Paul Walker and a bad bitch.
What's your name?
Jason Duval.
I seen you here before.
You might have.
It's so delayed. Just give us Red Dead 3. I think we can all be pretty clear that, or pretty certain that after GTA 6, up next will be Red Dead 3 at some point, which is great for me.
Hey.
As I said, Paul Walker and some bad bitch. This is where I get in trouble for copyright music.
Now!
You stay. The new beginnings.
You break the news yesterday.
It is crazy to think about that. I played GTA 5 for like 7 years. I went through multiple console generations, multiple different moments of life. Are we back? What the fuck just happened? I couldn't tell. I think we're back. I can see me again. God damn it. What the fuck happened? Because I thought that maybe I got kicked off for playing copyright music, but then all my other like tabs weren't loading either. They're trying to stop us. Now I'm going to play the trailer multiple times. It is probably Rockstar. They are dicks, to be honest. Oh, we're back. We're back. So no panic. Everyone calm down. Stay fucking calm. We're all good. Someone mentioned that they want a new Midnight Club game. I played Dub Edition back in the day. That shit was awesome. I believe everything is good now. It's probably Rockstar, so I'm going to play the rest of the trailer on mute. But You don't really need to hear it. This looks straight out of like a picture from Florida. Maybe less traffic. Wait, did we cut back? Oh. This was all a ruse just so we could see the workout scene again.
I'm here for Lucia Caminos.
I swear to
She's
God.
supposed to be getting out.
What's your name?
Jason to
Surprise.
Be like in the trailers for the other GTA games. Damn. Hang wait. Let's just pause for a second and anyway. GTA games.
Yo, dude, this full effect.
Some of the wild shit, but usually wouldn't show it full on. So that's why I remain optimistic for this game. In terms of it being pushed back, I'm chilling. My catalog is way far back. I'm still playing Red Dead, modding the shit out of it. I have the Arkham games that I haven't played yet. I have some Fallout games I haven't played yet. I still have Cyberpunk and Black Myth Wukong. Oh, I gotta go back. Fuck. So I'm excited to play this when it comes out, and I'm willing to fucking wait. This right here, that is the Clevelander in Miami, Florida, where the pre-parties for 70,000 tons of metal always take place. 100%. It does not look like it might be the Clevelander. That's the Clevelander straight up. As soon as I saw the trailer, I was like, no shit. And actually, I was going through the files of Vice City, and there is a file in there titled Clevelander. I tried driving around looking for it, and I couldn't notice it, but this probably doesn't mean much to anyone who hasn't been on 70,000 tons of metal. But this is where all the pre-parties and like karaoke and everyone hangs out. Like, I was just with Unleash the Archers and other bands here, and now there's Ratchet Hose dancing on the roof.
Nation today, we got more guns than a law allows.
Hey.
Some people were worried about potential wokeness in the game because of a female character. In my opinion, she looks like an actual bad bitch and not like a Mary Sue girl boss with ultimate powers. She gives off Michelle Rodriguez vibes. One of my all-time favorite women. Let me know Wyatt's Metal supports the bad bitches.
Hey, if you got friends, can you hook me up, please?
All right, now, before we get kicked off for the music. Yeah. Never thought this. I swear to God. I think I was in. Was I in high school? Was I like fresh out of high school when Grand Theft Auto 5 came out? I know I played it endlessly before I lived in Southern California because it is almost a perfect identical copy of it. And then when I moved here, I had to stop playing it because it was really weird to regularly drive down these streets where in the games I'm shooting people and here I'm just stuck in traffic. I'm like, that's strange. Never mind, Rockstar fired and chased off all their best people. That's what I heard and I saw that. And, you know, I understand that concern. But at the same time, I still think that I haven't really seen any giant glaring red flags yet. So I'm staying optimistic on that end. It could be massive failure. I don't know, but I don't think so. She gives off, I'm feminine, but will still fuck you up vibes. Yeah. Probably great in the bedroom until you get stabbed. She gives off those vibes. Ellie Not So Smelly says, already seen some people saying that they won't play it because it's anti-cop. Those people are fucking retarded. Moving on. I remember San Andreas coming out and people complaining how violent and terrible it will be. We're still doing that in 2025? Was that Jack Black? Fuck, I hope not. Let's see. After watching this channel, I've concluded that the only metalcore bands you like are Heaven Shall Burn, Shadows Fall, Spirit Box, and All That Remains. Does this opinion still hold? Yeah, it's pretty accurate, I would say. Heaven Shall Burn 100% is fucking awesome. Spirit Box and Shadows Fall are bands that live I enjoyed. Thought they were good. All That Remains I'm not that into. I like Phil. I follow him on X. A little bit too much clean singing for me. I'll wait and buy a used copy. Rockstar and Take-Two are greedy scumbags that aren't getting any cent of my money. Yeah, I'm excited for this game, and I don't think it will be bad. And I am also definitely not paying full price for it. The rumors were that it will be like $100 or more. I'm not paying that. I'll get it eventually. I can wait. They fired all the base developers, so good luck with the woke ones. That's what I'm saying. We'll see. Some of my friends were saying that there's massive differences between the first trailer and this one that gave them a little more hope, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to be a woke disaster, but I also am not going to be like first in line throwing money at it. Chicken Jockey. What the fuck, Wyatt? Who is Rocket's favorite woman? He has a new one every day. Nothing can chain that little guy down. Shadows Fall isn't really metalcore, though. Yeah, I felt that way. They sound more like an American mellow death band. Yeah, they're kind of on that same, like, early or Lamb of God stuff. I wouldn't call that metalcore, but I like, yeah, it's not death metal either, so it's kind of hard to place. Rocket's the type that gets the absolute goth baddies. If GTA 6 was made by Valve, it would be released in 2030, but it'd be super high quality. Yeah, I remember when Half-Life 2 came out, and that was like the pinnacle of graphics and gaming. And it was like, oh, you have a computer that can play that? Holy shit. And now looking at it, it's like your phone could play it easily. Crazy. I don't think it'll be a disaster sales-wise because people want GTA. Yeah. Game-wise, LOL. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I really can't. I'm also not going to be like, no, you're wrong. It's going to be amazing. Like, I don't know. But I just haven't seen any glaring red flags yet. It might come out and suck. That would save me $100. Can we look at the day list for Terminator and Brutal Assault next? Sure. Why not? Hang on, I'm seeing if there's anything to grab first. Rockstar delaying GTA 6 is like 70K delaying band announcements. 70K hasn't announced that they're not going to Haiti yet, are they? Because last I checked, they said that they're going to Haiti. And I don't know if they know this, but they're not going to Haiti. Royal Caribbean just made an announcement canceling a whole bunch of, either a whole bunch or all cruises there. We'll see if 70K lets anyone knows that. I still think it'd be funny to wake up and be like not knowing what country you're in. Anyway, yeah, GTA 6, I am hopeful for. But I'm not a wizard. I don't know. I'm still going to be playing Red Dead 2 for another like 3 years. I'm almost done with my second playthrough of the story with it like super modded out. So it looks gorgeous. And then after that, I'm going to make it full on zombie Undead Nightmare 2. And I want to try to stream that because that would be great for this channel. Running around as a Viking, killing zombies in Red Dead. Who is seriously considering a cruise to Haiti? People who didn't care where the cruise was going, to be fair. Because I was going to say stupid people. But obviously, if you go on 70K, you're not really going for the destination. You're going for the event. So, like, to be fair, there'd be plenty of people on that boat who wouldn't get off of it when it went there. But who books a festival on a cruise ship and schedules it to go to Haiti in the middle of complete civil unrest? 70,000 tons of metal. I still want 70K to go to Cuba. I would fucking love that. I would love to go to Cuba. That would be amazing. I would be so down. What were people asking about? Oh, we had some festival lineups people wanted to talk about. Let's do Tolminator. Epic festival that I want to go back to, that I want to play again. Just released their, they released their day schedules, right? I believe so. If you are new to the channel, Tolminator is an incredible festival in Slovenia. My band got to play there last year because I have quite the history with this location of the world. It was incredible. The entire show is on the YouTube channel if you'd like to check it out. It's a metal festival that takes place in the forest. Beautiful nature, beautiful river, excellent lineup. Not like a majorly over big festival. It's not too crowded. You can get around and have fun. Do they have... I thought they did release the day lineups, or was I wrong? Let's find out. Oh, there it is. So, yeah, I don't think it's... Well, actually, it is the running order, because there's bands don't interlap at Tolminator. So there you go. You got the full running order. Isn't that nice? Festival with the lineup announced, schedule right there. Don't have to worry about it. Bands usually start, I think they started like 2-ish in the afternoon. No. They started around like 11 or 12, I think. But yeah, 3 stages. Main Tolminator stage with the big bands. Beach stage where we played. It was fucking awesome. And a little DIY stage, which was sick. It was just like on the floor in concrete with a skate ramp behind it. I would actually love to play there. First day has got Creator headlining with Warbringer, Omnium Gatherum, great band, Ghost Bath, I don't know this one, High Parasite, the beach stages bands that I'm not going to lie, I don't know, but are probably awesome. I still have flashbacks when we have band practice. Some of our songs will have just like Vietnam flashbacks of playing in Tolminator. Day 2, headlined by Cradle of Filth. We got Nurgle pretending to be a blues artist. We got Villagers of Oyana City. I don't know what that is at all. But we've got Cro-Mags, Midnight, and Fulci opening the day. That's sick. That's going to be really fun. Yeah, thankfully at Tolminator, the beach stage starts first. And then when this wraps up is when this stage starts. So if you want, you can see pretty much every single band at Tolminator without any worrying about clashes. How did you get to skydive? I'm planning to do it one day of the festival. So it's not part of the festival, but they had advertising for it there. It's a company that's nearby on a hill. They just had a sign at the festival with a number to call. I called the number. Some random guy picked me up in his car. I don't know if I'm about to be killed or what, but he drives me up to the top of a mountain with a parachute and we jumped off of it. I put the name of the company in my video for Tolminator. So if you want to use that exact one, tell them the Savior of Metal sent you. It's in the Tolminator video. Yeah, I just called them. I think I hit them up on WhatsApp or something. And someone picks you up, drives you up there. They know about the festival and like people do it and stuff. So it was very fun. I'd never skydived, parachuted. It was paragliding to be exact. But it was weird to just stand up on a mountain, just like chilling, and then you run and just float off of it, and you just go. And we went over the entire festival. And then when it was time to land, it was just like, all right, time to land. Just go straight onto the ground. It was epic as fuck, though. Anyway, he was on the beach. Yes, we played on the beach. It was incredible. In the video, you can see people rafting down the river while we're playing. Marduk BM says, "Hi guys, sorry for being late. Did you discuss about Possessed founder guitarist was killed by police in San Francisco?" Yeah, we talked about that a little in the beginning. And just how it was weird. Wasn't too much to say on it, to be honest. Yeah. And we got, we're still over here. We got Rotting Christ, Cataclysm, Life of Agony, Wolf Brigade. All of that's pretty sweet. Dope Throne, Ahab. Insanity Alert is really fun. I've seen them before. They're just like a really ridiculous kind of party thrash band. Them right after Party Cannon on the beach, that's going to be fun. Terminator likes to do these fun, crazy bands where you party and go wild, and then a couple stoner bands for you to get high and chill before the more other bigger bands play. Again, unfortunately, I don't really know anyone down here except for this one. So right here, you see this on the last day, TLMNTR. The organizers of Terminator put their own band together called Terminator, where they just like really quickly threw together a fun thrash punk album, and they just play like hardcore for 30 minutes. Dude, the organizers for Terminator are fucking awesome. Not just because they invited us to play, but they treated everyone there super cool. They were always looking out for what do the fans need, do the bands need. Like everything that you would really need at a festival was there. If anything came up, they were on it. Like I can't say enough good things about those guys. It was awesome to see. You could tell they were real fans. They were doing it for that reason. It was not a money grab by any means. Anyway, last day is Ministry. I guess playing one of their last shows if they're retiring now. I can't believe Ministry retired before Al just died of wine abuse. That one I can't pronounce, but it's that one weird band. DRI, that will be awesome. Hell Ripper, Psychroptic will be awesome. Milking the Goat Machine is a very fun band from that side of the world. Kind of similar to like Gudalox a little bit. Less poop, but still type of like sound. Mimi Barks, I don't know what that is. Brutal Sphincter, sounds like my ex-girlfriend. I don't know. Dickless Tracy sounds like my ex-girlfriend. Campa, Neuromancer, again, don't know, but probably cool. Yeah, Wyatt's Metal 100% recommends Terminator. Everyone check it out. An incredible part of the world that I would love to move to. Mimi Marks' trap metal, that's disgusting. I would be floating down the river to another country at that point. What are we talking about? Hang on, where's the chat at? Sorry, I was trying to catch up. Someone asked, are you going to be at Milwaukee Metal Fest? No, I will not be, unfortunately. Just because of money. I'm more of a fan of Exodus, but Creator has been pretty high on the festival posters in the recent years. Yeah. I think when they tour together, Creator usually plays over Exodus too. I would say I like Exodus more, but yeah. Fuck, where are we? Why is trap metal a thing? I saw some other band popped up on like Metal Injection or whatever that they build themselves as a mix of black metal and metalcore and deathcore and trap and new metal and like a whole bunch of shit. It was awful. It was really bad. My dad and I are going to see Epica tomorrow night, but I'm going to feel bad for a while because Devin Townsend played this past Saturday and we don't know when he's coming back. If he does. Yeah, I hate to make you feel worse, but you might not get another chance. Sorry. Everyone's talking about what, the Bay Area, California here in the chat. I grew up in the Bay Area, California. That's where I saw all my first concerts. I would go to the Gilman and see a bunch of local thrash bands. Bear's fucking shithole, if you want my opinion. What else? What was the other festival someone wanted me to look at that dropped their lineup or their running order? I don't remember. See if I go back in the chat and find it. I don't remember. What was the other festival? I grew up in Fairfield. What the fuck? It sucked aside from the Bay music scene. Yeah. I was originally in Fairfield and then Vacaville. And I used to fucking despise it. Now I don't mind visiting. I wouldn't want to live there again. But yeah. But yeah, I saw so many bands at like Slim's in San Francisco back in the day. It was all of my first concerts were there pretty much. Devin Townsend was super nervous at his first show in Nashville. That's crazy. He's been touring forever. Awesome guy, though. Everyone loves Devin. Super hilarious. I used to wish that he would do a comedy tour back in the day. Brutal Assault lineup. Did they do their daily lineup? Let's see. I don't remember if we looked at it or not. I know we looked at just the overall lineup, but did they have individual day? I don't think so. They have Carnivore AD, who we're playing with in October at the Whiskey A Go-Go. If you would like tickets, hit me up. Oh, they do? Okay. They split up by days at least. You might hear the guard landscaping people in a minute. I really need to go to this festival. Warm-up day, Brutal Assault, Czech Republic, Carnivore AD that I just mentioned, Foss, Funeral. That's not bad, actually, for a warm-up day. First actual day of the festival, we got 3 Inches of Blood, Blood Red Throne. I'm just reading the ones I would personally be stoked for. Dark Angel, Dying Fetus, Flesh God, Kerry King, Ministry, Mastodon without the one dude, Orange Goblin on one of their last tours or last shows. Rivers of Nile is a death metal band with a saxophone. It's really strange. Rotting Christ, Scalmold, Icelandic band I will be seeing in Iceland in a month. Static X, Warbringer. The next day we've got Absu, Blood, Fire, Death as Bathory tribute. Sounds awesome. Car Bomb. Not sure if that's a ban or a warning. Drowning Pool playing that one song. Fear Factory. I like Fulci and or however you say it. Gojira, Gudalox. That's gonna be a good day. That sounds awesome. Gut Slit. Kubla Khan, I've heard, is violent. Nile and Obituary. Suffocation. The Covenant were good on 70. There's definitely things I would like that first day. Not like 100% all the way through, but you probably need time to do other things at the festival. Friday's Angel Maker, Asphyx, who were amazing at Tolminator last year. Backstage, I walked by the singer and I just had to be like, dude, you guys are fucking awesome. Cult of Luna, Dimmu Borgir showing up for a show finally. I can't pronounce this one, but I know that they're cool. Gayeri or whatever. Grave, Hellripper, Mayhem. Pig Destroyer is cool. To Shooter, however you say it. Shooter. Juder. And then the last day's got Agnostic Front, Arthur Brown. Total fucking standout. Doesn't fit anything else at the festival, but still cool. I saw him once in Vegas. It was awesome. Benighted, Brahira and Cryptos back to back is cool. Dark Funeral, I like that. Exorder. More. Malevolent Creation, Opeth, Overkill, Halo Effect's awesome. It's a good lineup. I dig it. I've pretty much only heard good things about Brutal Assault, so if anyone wants to check that out, Ass Fix, let's fucking go. That's my type of death metal, man. That old school grinding, like the bass sounds like tank tracks running over a village. That's my fucking type of death metal. Where are we at? Sorry, I was just still checking the comments. Is Prong still listened to nowadays? No clue. I can't answer that one for you. Yeah. I mentioned it last time, but I'm going to mention it again since it's in the headline. And now it's fully confirmed. So if you weren't watching last week, mention it again. I got invited to attend the Satan Metal Festival in Iceland next month, in less than a month. Crazy as shit. I'm going to be doing like full media for this, interviewing the bands, talking about Iceland. That's not what I wanted to click on. Damn it. This happened last time. Let me pull up the lineup really quick just to brag. I know if you're watching now, you probably watched last week. I already talked about it, but it's cool. We can be excited, can't we? In the town of Stygisholmur, something like that. I'll be seeing Brain Police, Vader. I don't know that one. This one looks cool, but I don't know who they are. It's a lot of Icelandic bands. And we got Vintage Caravan, Carcass. Discharge is going to be there. That's fucking cool. I never thought I'd see Discharge in a random, like, small village in Iceland. Take, Skalmold, Beneath. I am so stoked for this. If you're going to be in Iceland or nearby, come on out to the Satan Festival. If you won't be, I will definitely be documenting it and getting a lot of media. I should be doing, like, interviews. Everything. Yeah, it's going to be sick. So shout out to them for being fucking awesome. Take is awesome black metal. Yes, they are. Enough. Well, hang on one second. Oh, this is a stupid article. I kind of only have sort of one more quick topic to talk about. Just a weird article that came up. I don't know what else is going on in the world. Are there more metal stories? Because it feels like not much is happening in metal at the moment. Would have went just for Vader. Yeah, Vader were my first death metal band, so I'm stoked as fuck for that. Take brought banjo to black metal. Yes, they did. I remember that song. It was very strange. Yeah. Checking the chat. Oh, other random not metal news. I watched the Thunderbolts film, or was originally called Thunderbolts. Now it's called The New Avengers. Don't worry, I watched it on the high seas. Did not give any money to Disney. It was on the better side of mid, I would say. Still not, like, my thumb was like, after watching it, you know? New Ghost album. Limp Bizkit in the studio. Did you see the video of Limp Bizkit was opening for Metallica, and in the crowd, in the pit, was Mike Muir from Suicidal Tendencies, and Fred starts, like, grabbing him and singing with him and shit? It was awesome. I like seeing that. You get your flight booked yet? Yes. People who invited me booked my flight for me. It's a complimentary trip. I am official media. It's weird and awesome. Yep, everything's confirmed. I will be there for a week at the beginning of June. I'm going to try to get as many videos out as I can. Did I miss the possessed convo? It seems so. It really wasn't that much of a conversation, besides people being mad at Loudwire for some reason. Oh. Let's see. Grinding pays off. That's facts. Do you need a helper? I'm good. I can handle myself. Thanks. So I didn't look at this article yet, but I'm sure it'll be funny to end the show with. Clickbait headline. Probably no one expecting the show to jump to this. Don't bring your fleshlight to a trivium show, please. Despite what Matt Hefe may have asked. First of all, don't tell me how to live my life, Metal Injection. If I pay for the concert ticket, I will derive pleasure from it however I please. I don't know what the hell this is. I know Trivium frontman and guitarist Matt recently asked a crowd to light their show up with your cell phone lights, your flashlights, your flash. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, if you guys didn't see this clip from a Trivium show.
Literally light us up with your cell phone lights, your flashlights, your lighters, your flashlights. 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 I hope someone recorded that. Literally light us up with your cell phone lights, your flashlights, your lighters, your flashlights. 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 I hope someone recorded that.
I thought this would be a little more exciting than just making fun of a viral clip. I thought maybe at least one fan would have done it and we could have laughed at them together. Once again, metal journalism disappointing me. I say fuck Metal Injection. Bring flashlights to Trivium shows. Metal is clearly slow if this is what they're reporting on. Yeah, that's my problem with a lot of metal journalism is that they have to get a certain amount of articles done. So they have shit buried that they have to throw out just for get their sponsorship payments on advertisements. What a way to begin the month of Mother's Day. Talking about fleshlights. Damn, there goes my plans for the weekend. I was going to have a nice romantic night at the Trivium concert by myself and just fucked it up. Thanks a lot. Yeah, that was all that I got. Besides that, shit, I don't think... Let me check the sites really quick before I jump off. My new video is very close to being done. Almost done writing the script. I think it will be good. I covered 20 documentaries that talk about metal. So there's something in there for everybody. Nope, not really. Slow news day. Slow news week. Stop ignoring me. Pull up the cover art for the new Dark Angel song. What is that? Trying to find it. You mean this one? Extinction Level Event by Dark Angel. Well, there's the cover. I don't want to play the song because I don't want to get any copyright or anything. Dark Angel's a sick band. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. What else? Wyatt's Yard Work Podcast. Yeah, if you can't tell, they're here now. Might be time to log off. But yeah, with that said, thanks for coming to this episode of the Wyatt's Metal Podcast. I don't really have anything else to cover at the moment. Again, tickets for Carnivore and Dark Insanity, hit me or the band up. Check out my videos, like and subscribe to the videos in the channel. Help me out. Metal stuff. I have a lot of fun videos coming soon. And then obviously crazy video on Iceland when that happens. But yep, stay metal and keep waiting for GTA.
Now, this might strike some viewers as harsh, but I believe everyone involved in this story should die.